Oh, is it just you? Is it just you and me at the moment, Christina?
No, I think there are a few more. It looks like Joe and Amy and Angela. I can't see anybody else.
Oh, right. I can only see you. I can't see anybody else.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Shall I press this little cross at there and see what happens then?
Right along.
Oh, I see. Yes, some more people have arrived. Yes, yes, I've got them all now. I couldn't see anybody before. Right, has Jane not arrived yet?
I don't know. I'll have a look.
No. Hello, everybody.
Sorry, I'm sitting in the dark.
No, hang on. What's happening? Something's happening.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
How are we all doing tonight?
Oh, there you are. Yeah. Very well, thank you.
Very good. I'm pleased to hear that. So, there's plenty more coming on now. I think everyone's accustomed to me perhaps turning up one or two moments late. So there's a few coming in. Good to see. Very exciting indeed. What's else to do? We all had them.
Brilliant. Tried the shake today. It was great.
Oh, right. Good. Just your first try, was it?
Yeah, with strawberries in it. Yummy. But it wasn't so good when I tried it with a bit of Nourish afterwards.
All right. Okay. Okay. So as many lovely faces I'm seeing. Like the full house. I think we've maxed out the gallery view now. Good to see. So we just.
Does anybody want another 90-day plan? Because my printer wants to print out about 500 of them.
All right. Well, you said that's a bad thing.
There's 44 pages, I think.
I've got to unplug it.
Right, we're just going to wait just another moment or two, then we'll get underway. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in this evening. It's a great delight to have you all with us. As you know, we have, for the large part of us, attended the grand opening ceremony this weekend at the London Excel Centre. So there was a lot of new information that came out there. We're going to be sharing for you on a different occasion. So vital is this call, and the information that's contained within it is going to be so transformative and make a difference to each and every one of your businesses as well as our own. And even more than that, is going to make a really pronounced and significant difference to the businesses of those people that have yet to get started. So really the aim, the tried and tested method, in fact, of the 90-day game plan and the workbook that accompanies that, for just digging out here, is to very much provide us with that simple, duplicatable system that we can all not only use, but provide to all the other people to get started too. So I'm sure that you've seen the Facebook information that's been coming out over the last 72 hours or so. There obviously has been enhancements to the pay plan, the compensation plan, in the name of double PIBs on qualifying packs. Namely, that's a 30-day system as well as a premium pack. Not only that, we have rapid advancement bonuses which accrue into thousands of pounds should you successfully complete your business in this crystal reset period, and indeed beyond that too. I'm just going to click a few buttons since we're getting a little bit of feedback, so just bear with me. Okay, and then in addition to that, we also have the consultant development bonuses. So quite literally, there are thousands and thousands of pounds worth of extra bonuses available for us, like I say, during this crystal reset period and beyond too. In addition to that, should that not be quite enough, although quite frankly it should be, But it shouldn't not be. There's always room for more, of course, in this infinite world of abundance that we all inhabit, in the form of the ISA Rally Europe Challenge. So again, we're going to be covering that in more detail moving forward, along the lines of exactly what the requirements are, how the team structures are going to be put in place, the best effect. And it's my sort of great pleasure to have received a phone call from head office today to discuss a number of factors, one of which, or a number of topics, should I say, one of which was, would I contribute to that 90-day game plan training to see everyone within the business, within the Isagenix network, UK and further afield, to achieve their goals, to maximise the potential, not only in terms of the health transformation for that individuals, but also for the wealth transformation too. So it's very exciting times and lots more to cover. So I just wanted to give a brief overview of what was covered over the weekend in terms of the corporate announcements. Obviously, for those that attended, there was so much valuable training, information, guidance, and opportunity to meet people in person, to create those bonds like you can only do in a face-to-face, pressing the flesh type environment, as well as an opportunity to speak with the speakers in a sort of fairly relaxed and informal environment, as we did each evening, and to make those connections with the both senior and junior staff alike at the UK corporate office. So let's get stuck into the meat of this particular dinner. And what I mean by that is a very beefy dish indeed, who goes by the name of Eric Lecoeur. He's just sat to my left here, flicking through his workbook, who will be taking us through the 90-day game plan booklet. Now, it's such a comprehensive guide. It's not something that you could really tear off in one fixed lump. So Eric is very proficient, very skilled, is a Golden Circle executive himself within the business, with a lot of experience in the health and world of health and nutrition, both in a practical sense, being a fit and physically able chap that he is, a sporting athlete in a previous life, as well as right here in the world of Isagenix. So he has a very rich amount of knowledge to share with us, and not any less so in terms of the getting started process and the continued development of the business in the form of this 90-day action plan workbook. So is it all right with you, Eric? Are you ready?
It's more than all right.
Oh, wonderful. So I'm going to now pass you over into the very capable and rather strong, powerful and handsome hands of the one and only Eric Lecoeur. Please welcome him accordingly.
Hey, hello everyone. Nice to see some familiar faces again for those that were here this weekend, and nice to see some new faces that I haven't seen. So hopefully you can see me okay. Yeah, wow, that's much better. Okay, great. Right now you should be having either a printed copy or a downloaded copy of the 90-day action plan. And the key part of this 90-day action plan is this word, action. Without action, this plan is absolutely worthless. So we're going to go through a couple of things. And by now, I hope you are used to my French-Canadian English accent. If not, just let me know and I'll try to go a little slower. And again, if I say some weird words that you don't understand, just let me know and I'll repeat them. Before we start, what's not included in this booklet is the new member interview, which I'm not sure if you have the link to download. It's a little bit tricky to find, but I think the link was shared with every one of you on the Facebook group. So if I can have a few thumbs up, if you have the link, if you've downloaded it before, a few thumbs up, few hands up, few people looking confused. So yeah, oh, some even printed it out. Awesome. Okay, great. For those who don't have it, please go find a link, or someone in this group that does have the link, make sure you put it in the chat box so that everybody can follow along on their screen, because that's what we're going to start with. So you can put this down for now and pull this up right now. I don't know if you can see. Looks like this. It's wonderful. It's new. It's beautiful. And that's what we're going to start with. So I'll give you 1 second to share. Did someone share in the chat yet? Who has the link? Please share the link. Because this is the most important part. Now, I want you to forget however you started in Isagenix and imagine for a second that this is your day one. And I just personally enrolled you and opened your account. And we're going to go through the new member checklist. We're going to go through the new member interview. This is what you should have gone through your day one. And this is what you should go through with every single one of your personal enrollees, new members, new friends, new Isagenix family members. So by now, hopefully everybody has downloaded it. I hope I wasted enough time for everyone to be ready. So let's go through it. The first page, I guess, Darius, do you have it on your computer? No? Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Let me open it here so I can share my screen so everyone can see it. Give me 1 sec. Here we go. Wonderful. And Darius, do you have your charger by any chance? Because we're about to lose power. Okay, sharing my screen. Oh, look at that. Who shared their screen? That's amazing. Great teamwork. Okay, great. Can you all see my screen? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Great, perfect. Okay, so this is very, very, I repeat, very important. You want to make sure that everybody starts right. Everybody starts with the right information, the right day one, the right tools, and you want to make sure that you connect with their goals, their why, their aspirations, their health goals, and there's going to be neat little tricks that we'll be going over right now. So right here is how you're going to communicate. This is for you, okay, your list of personal enrollees. So let's skip over to page number 2, which is the new member checklist. This is your personal checklist to make sure that you do not forget anything when you talk to your new member. And this, you're going to go through this with every single person, whether they come in as a customer, whether they come in as a business builder, because remember, we are all customer first. This is very important and key in all of this, what we're doing. So the first 24 hours, you want to send an email. I'm just going to go through the first steps. I know you can all read them, but I'm just going to add a couple of things. So you send the welcome email. Important to add their ID number, their password if you did the enrollment for them. Remind them their goals and let them know that you're there to support them, to coach them. And if they're there for the business, you can give them all the links for the business as well. You want to make sure that they can always go back to this one email and find all the links to everything. The links to their back office, the links to the videos, how to take the 30-day system, what's a cleanse day, what's the shake day. So they will literally, if you for some reason break your phone, lose access to internet, they cannot contact you or anyone else, you want to make sure that they have the tools to know how to consume the product, how to have success on the product, and have to have success with the business. So that's fairly standard. Make sure you add them to all the relevant Facebook groups. I know your team is very keen on Facebook. Am I right? Yes. You're very, very active on Facebook. The welcome call is optional right here. I would scratch the word optional and make it mandatory. With every single new person that comes into your organization, again, customer or associate, you want to have a welcome call with someone in your upline, just so that they feel that they have support from someone else. Okay. And nowadays we work with Facebook, with text, all that great technology. Nothing is better than a voice conversation. So if you can do a 3-way call for a welcome call, that's the best thing. And they're going to feel supported on top of feeling the support online through the Facebook groups. Very important to know that they have support from another person that already has success. And if you can match the goals, maybe you're going to match a person that has a 2-stone weight loss goal with somebody that already lost a stone, right? That would be great. Or if it's a person that's very business oriented, you want to have a welcome call with someone that achieved a high rank in the business. So that is super important. Do not miss that. That should happen in the first 24 hours of enrolling the person. So that's clear. Thumbs up if that's clear. Now I can't see anybody. I can only see 3 people, but I assume everybody has their thumbs up. Great. When you welcome someone, and that has to do with Facebook and social media, you don't want to be the person that is posting 100% of the time only Isagenix stuff on their Facebook and becoming the Isagenix person that everybody hates because that's all they talk about all the time on Facebook. So if you welcome people, welcome them privately in the group, and you don't want to welcome them too much on your personal wall, and specifically not on their own wall. You want them to manage their own personal friends and hot market or warm market themselves. You don't want to ruin the surprise for people. So that was one big mistake that I've seen people do, is they welcome the person publicly on Facebook before the new member even got to talk to their warm market. So do not make that mistake, please. Very important over step 2 to get their goals. You will get their goals in the interview. Step 3 is the new member interview. So let's skip over to page number, I guess that's number 5. Is that number 5? I think that's 5. The new member interview A. That's for 100% of people. You will get their health goals. There are 4 health goals here. Always add the other section, because what other goals that people can have other than weight management, eliminating bad habits, increasing the energy and performance, or improving the lifestyle. They can definitely have an extra goal that is personal to them. Maybe it has to do with being able to run with the kids and not being out of breath. Maybe it's being able to run a 5K. I don't know what it is for them, but make sure that you have the other section filled out with a goal that is very, very specific to them. And not just one goal. So weight management, great. You want to lose 1 stone, let's say. I'm so happy to use stones all of a sudden. I use stone all the time now. The person wants to lose 1 stone. That's great. But that's not all. You want to have more than 1 goal. And the goal would be for you to get them to have 5 health goals. If you can get them to have 5 health goals, you are golden. Why? Because if for any reason they're not losing the weight they want to lose as fast as they want to lose it, but one of their second goal was having more energy, and they do feel more energized, then they don't feel like they're failing their challenge, right? If one of them was to be able to run with their kids and they are able to do that, even though they're losing weight slower than they thought, because they thought they would lose 5 stones in 5 days, then they'll still feel like they're winning, right? So you want to have 5 goals, or at least multiple goals, to make them feel like winners. Super important. Point number 2, to attach the why. That's what makes it important. we do what we want to do for a specific reason behind our heads, right? You have that little voice that says that's the reason. You want to know that reason, and you want to dig deep. You want to be so connected with that person. So if that person calls you up and says, oh, I can't do this, this is too hard, whatever, you have the reason to tell them, this is the reason you told me on day one. I'm not letting you stop. I'm reminding you of your goal. Let's do this. I'm here to support you, right? So this is super important. Number 3, you want to tell them about the IsaBody Challenge. Let me go back in gallery view for a second, just to see all your beautiful faces. There you go. Who has registered to the IsaBody Challenge so far? Raise your hand. Okay, wow, I see a lot of hands raised. That's fantastic. If you have not yet, why would you not? It is a no-brainer. You take your pictures at the beginning, you go through the four months, 16 weeks, and then you take your pictures at the end, and no matter what your results are, you get 150 pounds of free food. I don't know any other grocery store that gives you 150 pounds of free food after 4 months of going there to buy your food. If you do know one, let me know. The only one that I know is the Isagenix online grocery store. That's the only one I know. So you know you're gonna hit your goals anyways, you're gonna eat anyways, might as well get some free food for it. So logically, every 16 weeks, you should be enrolling in a new IsaBody Challenge. And why not? It's sitting there right for you. And we learned this weekend that people that are enrolled in the IsaBody Challenge not only have more success, obviously, for their transformation, their health transformation, but they consume more product. Now, it's fair to say that you are not only here for the great support that the products and the program will give in your health, but you're also here to build a business. So what happens if every single member in your organization has a great transformation and orders more product? It means that your checks are going higher, right? And if you like having a bigger check, then you want people on the IsaBody Challenge. Even if they're all members as customers, just by them being on the challenge, by them having the right system, by them ordering a little bit more in their basket every single month, your check will go up. So make sure that number 1, you lead by example and you are registered yourself. And then number 2, make sure every single person in your organization gets registered to the IsaBody Challenge. And following along, who is your support team? As you fill in these forms, and by the way, you print this out, the side A of the new member interview, you give it to your person and they fill it out in front of you. Ideally, it's a face-to-face thing that you do. If not, you have them write it down, but that's when you would throw in the 3-way call, the welcome call. So who's part of your support group? Obviously me, because I'm the person who helped you open your account, so I'm part of your support group. But guess what? Who would be 2 friends that you would have that could support you doing this, that would also want to lose weight, that would also... So right now you're just putting the seed in that they're going to talk about this challenge to other people, whether they're a customer or an associate, whether they're here to build a business or not. You're just saying, hey, who else do you know that you want to do this with, right? Who else do you know that needs to lose weight, that needs more energy, that is tired all the time, that this, that, and the other? And if they say no one else, then you just introduce more people from the team. But realistically, they know at least 2 people. We all know that they know at least 2 people, right? I think that's standard. So that's where you would introduce them to the support team, which would be Darius, which would be anyone in your upline. And then you go to move to number 5. Is there anyone else you would like to join this journey with? So if they gave you 2 names, well, is there anyone else? Because we all know the more people we are to do something, Number one, it's more fun. And number two, scientifically, it was proven that if you do something with 3 people or more, your chances of achieving your goal goes up by 300%. So you want to surround yourself with people, right? So that's the first part. Second part, part B, you will only use it if the person tells you that they're interested in building the business. I mean, this Isagenix has really built some really, really good tools. I call it the idiot-proof system. It is written down right here. Member interested in the business opportunity. You cannot fail. You cannot show the wrong piece of paper to the wrong person. Only if they talked about some interest for building the business, you will show this side. So that's where you're going to connect with the person's why. Okay, why are they interested in building a business? Why are they interested in getting a little bit more income? And you want to get them to visualize their ideal day, right? If they reach their ideal work balance life, what would it look like? You want to have them dream again and describe to you what that would look like. And a lot of people have stopped dreaming. So it might take some time for you to get that very vivid image in their head. But take the time. You want to know what does that look like for you? And for everyone, it's different. So don't assume that they're going to have the same goal as you. But allow people to dream again. This is super key to build your business, because if you don't have this type of goal, you're not going to move forward, and you're not going to take the action that is required. Number 2, level of commitment. That is super key. That will also tell you a lot about who you are enrolling and how much time you're going to spend with them. So if I enroll Alex today, and Alex tells me that he's committed to build his Isagenix business 2 out of 10, well, I know he's not going to be my top producer. I know I'm not going to spend 10 hours per week with him. I know he's going to do a little bit here and there, and I'm going to plug him in the system, but he's not going to be the person I'm going to run with. Very important. So you want to make sure you know the commitment of the person and why they put that number. Because it might be a 2 today for Alex because, I don't know, maybe he's a young student and he's in his exam period. Or maybe it's a single mom that just gave birth, and for time commitments or whatever, right now it's a 2, but in 3 months it's going to be an 8. So you want to know the reason why they picked whatever number. So if it's a 10 right now, why is it a 10? Super important to know the why of everything. Excuse me. For those of you who spoke to me earlier this morning, I said that I'm sick. I'm still sick, so my voice is a little weird, and I might cough again over and over again because I lost my cough drops. What attracted you to network marketing? That's question number 4. It's important to know why they're looking for a second stream of income. And again, it's just to strengthen their conviction and their belief into what they're about to do. And you want to know the number 1 reason why they decided to go through that model of business and not, buying a franchise or whatever else. Because again, we all go through this emotional roller coaster in business. And when they're at a low point, you want to be able to go back to them and say, hey, you told me you wanted to do this because it was a great way to have time freedom. You told me you wanted to do this because X, Y, Z. So let's do this. I'm not letting you quit, whatever it may be. We're linking arms. We're going to do this. So you want to have all of their reasons at the beginning. Number 6, who do you know that lives in our international markets? By the way, that I don't know if your whole team is already an international sponsor, but not yet. If you have connections in any other markets, or if anyone in your team has connections in any other market and they start enrolling, you will not be able to enroll people unless you have an international sponsorship account. I don't know how much it is. How much is it in the UK? 36 quid, apparently. 36 quid for you guys to have the international sponsorship. And that unlocks every single market that Isagenix is open in. And here's the important part, write this down. You do not accumulate BV from any international market if you are not an international sponsor. So regardless if you personally enroll people in other markets, if someone in your downline or in your upline positions somewhere there in Mexico, in Canada, in the United States, in Australia, whoever, you're not gonna accumulate the BV if you're not an international sponsor. So think about that. And then you want to make sure that you ask people, and let's face it, over here in the UK, it's a very international country. So you're bound to have people that know someone in the US, in Australia, here, there. So always ask this question. You never know who knows who. You want to know the reason why they decided to choose Isagenix as a business. So you know why they chose network marketing as a model, but out of all the different network marketing companies, why Isagenix in particular? And obviously they should tell you because, you know, number one, they know you, they love you, but you have an amazing team like Darius and all the magnificent leaders that are on your team. Your team is awesome, by the way. Did you know that your team is the biggest team in the UK right now? Did you know that? I wish the lines were unmuted to feel your energy, but I'm sure you're excited to know that you are the biggest team in the UK. Virtual high five. Boom, here we go. Awesome, 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 awesome. So number 8, the financial goals. And this is the part where it might take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. Take as long as you need to really go deep onto point number 8. So what's your 30-day financial goal? And here I like to have a number. So write this down, a number, very precise number. And next to the number, what's the emotional reason? What does that number mean or represent to that person? So let's say they tell me in the next 30 days, I just enrolled Alex, and Alex tells me in the next 30 days, I would like to make 150 pounds. I say, great, fantastic. Why? What does that 150 pound represents? And maybe he's going to say, well, that's my part of the rent. Or maybe he's going to say, well, that's my phone bill and my transportation expenses for the month. Whatever it is, you want to have an emotional attachment to that number because the number alone is not enough. You need the emotional attachment to it. And whatever number they say is okay. Unless they tell you they want to make £1 million in 30 days or some ridiculous number like that, then please lower their expectation and bring them back to reality, okay? We want to be very realistic. But if they say 150, 300, whatever's realistic, manage their expectations. So let's say Alex says 150, that's great, okay? Now, what's the 60-day goal? What's the 90-day goal? What's your goal a year from now financially? And again, every time you're going to dive in for the number, exact number, and the reason why they picked that number. Now, I hope by now you're filling in those questions with your own answers. Because remember, this is your day 1. You are restarting everything today. This is your day 1. So you need to go through these questions yourself and answer them realistically, answer them honestly, be truthful to yourself, and paint the picture that you want to see and the goals that you want to achieve and the real reasons why. Because guess what? Tonight, when you're done with this, because we're not going to wait until tomorrow because we are in action, right? I'm going to stress that enough tonight, hopefully. You're going to fill out all this tonight, both sides, side A and side B, for yourself. And I want you to send a copy to the person who enrolled you. and to your top leader that you're working with. So that way, two people will know your goals, your whys, your aspirations, and where you want to go. Do I have your commitment that you're going to do this tonight? Thumbs up for yes. Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. So by now you should have filled out some of the questions. If we skip to the next page, question number 9, this is the commitment side. How many hours a week are you committing to building your team and reaching your goals? This is key. And again, we want to be realistic. If you know the person is working a full-time job and they tell you, oh, I'm willing to put 40 hours a week on top of my full-time job, that's not realistic, right? And you want to make sure that their income goal is realistic with their time commitment. So Alex tells me he wants to make 150 pounds in 30 days and he can put in 5 hours a week. Well, that's realistic. He tells me he wants to make 10,000 pounds in his first 30 days and he has 1 second per week. Well, that's not realistic. I have no plan to help Alex, right? So again, managing expectations and managing their time commitment. But you want to know upfront how much time Alex has to allocate to his business. Because if you know he only has 1 hour a week, you're not going to sit there at home and thinking, why is Alex not doing anything? You know he only has 1 hour a week. So you're going to be able to manage your own time and pour yourself into other members of your team. Number 10, what do you think will be your biggest obstacle in building your business? And I would like you to take 10, 30 seconds. I'm going to be quiet now. And to answer that one for yourself. What do you think is going to be the biggest obstacle for building your own business? Okay, so I hope everyone wrote their obstacle. And this is super important because you're going to know what's their deepest fears, right? What are they afraid of? What are they scared about? If they tell you, I'm the number one thing that's going to be an obstacle for me is talking to people on the phone, well, you know you need to deal with that right now because they're going to speak to a lot of people, right? So you can help them get over their biggest fear right away. And again, be honest with yourself. Maybe it's time management. Maybe it's talking to people that are really successful and influential. Whatever it is for you, write it down. And it might be more than one thing. Now, next question. What is the best way to contact you? You want to make sure you have their favorite style of communication. Plug them into all of your communication groups and Facebook and everything. 12. This is the question where you give them a reality check. Building a strong business, regardless if it's network marketing or a normal business, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. So you're literally asking them to be willing to commit 1 year to building their business. So, and that's day one. They have not received a no yet, right? They haven't talked to anybody yet. So now you're letting them know, you told me all your reasons why, you told me what's your biggest fear. I'm telling you it's going to take some time, but we're going to go through it together. I need your commitment. We're going to do this for at least 1 year. Do I have your commitment? Yes. Perfect. So this whole thing is about managing expectations. Too many times I hear people say, well, here's how you're going to go 8-star platinum Golden Circle, 3-star, intergalactic ambassador of the world in 30 days or less. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You want to manage expectation. Hey, this is going to take some time, but we're going to do it together. We're going to have a lot of fun. I need your commitment to do this 1 year. And if you've done this successfully, they told you their why. Why would they not commit 1 year to get to where they want to go? Just makes sense, right? Number 13, where do you interact the most with people on a daily basis? You just want to plant the seed in their head. Where are you in contact with a lot of people? Where can you meet new people? Because we all know in this business, yes, your warm market is great. That's where you start, but we're all going to have to speak to more and more people, add people to our list. And for that, we need to meet new people, make new friends. So you want to know where they could possibly meet new people. 14, what day and time we can set up a call this week. You want their first 7 days is the most important time of their Isagenix career. Number one, for the product, because you want to make sure their first 7 days they're using it properly. That will ensure that they have a pleasant first week. They're going to have some success. Who here had some sort of result in their first week? Some sort of result. Darius is raising his hand. Good. Had you not had any result in your first 7 days, maybe your story would have been different. Maybe your enthusiasm would have been a little lower, right? So it's your responsibility in the first 7 days to really take care of your new person. So you need to speak to them. You need to make sure they're using the products properly. And you need to make sure that you're taking their hand on the business cycle of things and they're doing the right activity, which we will go over on the 90-day action plan. So you want to set up a call, and this is a personal call. Don't put everyone on one Zoom and say, hey, we're going to do this, because everybody has a different goal. Everybody has a different pace. They all have different time that they're going to commit to this. So you want to tailor your messaging and your help to the person that you're going to work with. Number 15, that's when you talk about events. For those who were here at the event this weekend, how awesome was this event, right? It was magnificent. Speakers were great, lots of energy. It builds the belief into the product, the transformations, the company, and it builds the belief in yourself that, hey, you know what? This person was dead broke and they got to X status and I can do this. Anybody can do this. So it builds the belief. The best way to build a business is to build a group of people, bring them to the event, and then you have a fire in your business. So that's when you tell them about the business, the event cycle. When is the next event? And you can, the people that bring the biggest team to the events, they get them registered on day one. So, hey, next event is in October, 27th and 28th of October. And you know what? Kathy Coover and Jim Coover are going to be there, the co-founders of the company. I want you to be there. We're going to be there. We're the biggest team in the UK. We want to dominate the room. So why don't we go over and get your ticket right now before the price goes up? Because, by the way, the price will go up at the end of this week. So if you haven't purchased your ticket for Isagenix University in October right now, go into your back office and get the special pricing, early bird pricing. I think it's £99 instead of 149. So you're saving 50 quid. 50 quid. Using the right lingo here. So make sure you do that yourself. Always lead by example, and then sign up everyone else. Everybody likes to save money, so you're going to go to this event anyways. Why not? Why pay the stupid tax of £50? Pay it now. Save the £50. Number 16. Are you interested in joining the IsaBody Challenge? This is what I do with my team. You can do whatever you want. But I don't tell them, are you interested? I say, you're going to join the IsaBody Challenge. because why not? I explained it at the beginning of the call. It's a free 150 pound of free product at the end of the 16 weeks. Let's just do it. Your pictures won't go viral on Facebook if you don't want them to be. It's going to be all private. Let's just do it together. It's a lot more fun. And let's move to the next page, the last page, my favorite page, the full commitment page. And this you will need to do. Tick the boxes, take a picture, scan it, email it, send it to your enroller. Number 1, I commit to compiling a list of the top 10 people I want to partner with. I will discuss this with my support team leader within 48 hours. Not 3 weeks, not 3 months, 48 hours. We're here to build momentum. So I enroll Alex today. He's going to do his list. And within 48 hours, I'm going to go through his list with him. So I need a check mark here from Alex. Yes, I commit to do at least 10. And realistically, we want to do way more than 10, right? There's 10 spots into this page. I don't remember where it is exactly, the page. There's 10 spots open, but you want to have 40, 50. You can even do 150 names easily. And if that looks like a big number, take your cell phone, look at in your contact list, and I can guarantee you have more than 150 contacts. And if you don't in your phone, just go through your Facebook. I'm sure you have way more than 400 friends on Facebook. So just make a list. And when I say make a list, it is a physical pen to paper list. There's something about writing a list that when you write one name, it makes you think of another name and another name. And just because you put it on paper, you sort of delete it from your brain, and it brings you more space to think of other people. So make sure you do it physical list. Second commitment, I commit to pursuing further training to improve my skills as a network marketer. This is serious. This is a business. You need some skills for this. If you had any new job today, you would have a training period, right? I don't know how it works in the UK, but anywhere else in the world, when you have a new job, they train you. They don't just say, okay, well, Eric, you're a new cashier here at the grocery store. Here's the machine. Good luck. No, they're going to tell me how to use the machine. This button does this. When the customer arrives, here's how you work the machine. Same thing here. People need to get trained. They need to know what they don't know, right? And so pursuing my skills, improve my skills, and continuing to do so as I build my business. So right from day one, I enroll Alex, and he knows, and he's committing to me that he's going to work on his skill as he's building his business. This is a serious business. This is not just free for all and hope we'll all achieve our dream. We're going to build to achieve our dreams. Third commitment, I commit to remaining focused on my business for as long as it takes to achieve my goals. Do I have all of your commitment that you're going to be focused for as long as it takes to achieve your goals? If you were very precise, very specific as the first section and as describing your why, if you were very specific there, you would never give up on your own why until you achieve it. Correct? Correct. Therefore, there's no other option than going full throttle until you achieve your goals. Next commitment, I commit to developing and following my 90-day action plan. I need to let Alex know on day one, there is a plan. We're not just hoping and wishing that we're going to get this done. We're going to go through the plan and then work the plan. Next commitment. I commit to making new connections every day. New connections every day. New connections every day. That is key. Every day. Making new friends. Am I going to talk to random strangers about Isagenix every day? No. You're not going to go in the tube and say, have you heard of Isagenix? No. But you're going to make new friends, new contacts every day. You're going to add to that list. And maybe a month from now, 2 months from now, you're going to be able to introduce Isagenix. But make new friends. We're in a relational business. We like to have friends. So I'm committing to making new connections every day and utilizing all forms of communication. So if you're not good on Facebook, it's fine. Just post once in a while to just pique the interest. And most importantly, make new friends. So you have that commitment. And the last commitment is I commit to attending core events. So if you have the 90-day action plan with you, first page right here is all the events that we have for the UK. So you should look at that. We have 27th and 28th of October, Isagenix University, and the co-founders are there. So you should be there, and your whole team should be there. So Isagenix University, University in Action, and well, the grand opening is over. Oh, by the way, there's also Vegas. I know some of you are in the running to win a trip in Vegas. I'm excited. I'm going. Darius is going. Lori is going. I believe 16,000 other Isagenix members will be going. It's going to be absolutely crazy. So I'm excited to see some of your faces over there from the UK. But events are huge. So I want my new member, Alex, to come experience an event. Is that clear for everyone? Yes? Thumbs up? Yeah? Okay, great. And after that, you have the checklist to make sure that you go through this 90-day game plan properly. You want to go through the video, you share, they share, repeat. If you haven't gone through the UKIsagenixbusiness.com website right now, you should do so immediately. There's a lot of tools there that are absolutely essential to build your business. And the first thing, lead by example. You should live your life by that statement. Never ask someone to do something you're not willing to do yourself, right? So you're going to help the person. What I love to do about when I start someone new is to get them started on their list right then and there in front of me. So I know it's going to take you a while to build that list of 150 names, Alex, but let's just start right now with the 5 names that first pop into your head. And then that 5 names becomes 10 names right in front of me because he's on a roll. Alex is on a roll. Oh yeah, this person, that person, that person. Okay, great, perfect. Now, just because he started 10 names, when he goes back home, he's going to continue. But if he hasn't started it, then he needs to start. It just feels better when something is already started, right? When you go back home. In your 90-day game plan, I don't remember which page. I think it's 22, 24, 22. Page 22. Who do you know who? This is a quick helper or memory jogger to help you build your list. Make sure you go through that with your new members and help them create the interest. There's a specific post that I will give Darius a little bit later today that you can use if you want to with your new members for them to pique interest out of all of their warm market on Facebook, for them to ask questions as to what they're doing. And then you want to follow up and share. Again, their first 7 days are the most important 7 days in their Isagenix life, in their Isagenix story, in their Isagenix business, or in their Isagenix transformation. If you leave them on their own in those first 7 days, it's a recipe for disaster. Recipe for disaster. Now, I know what some people will say, but Eric, nobody held my hand in my first 7 days. So what? Forget about what happened to you from this moment forward. As I started the call, this is your day 1. This is the new standard. You go through this new member checklist and this new member interview for every single person, and you walk them through their 7 days, day by day. You call them up, you make sure they use the product properly, you make sure they finish their contact list, and you make sure that they keep contacting new people every day. And that's the recipe for success. And I want success for every single one of you. So if you want to send me your new member interview, I'll be more than happy to read your whys and your commitments. But definitely by tonight, because remember, we're doing this tonight. Go through all of that tonight. Send a copy to the person who enrolled you, who opened your account, and send a copy to the leader, the biggest leader that you're working with. So at least you have 2 people that know exactly what's happening in your world. Now, over the next few weeks, we will go through the whole 90-day game plan, because I realized that I spent way longer than I thought on this interview. But this is the most important thing. This is the one thing that you're going to start everybody on. So do not skip this. I know some people think that this list is like, it's just words on paper. How can it be, so powerful? It is super powerful, trust me. So we'll go through the 90-day game plan, the 90-day action plan, week by week by week. Week 1 will have a specific set of actions to do in week 1. Week 2 will be a different set of actions than week 1. So prepare yourself very early. I think in a couple of days we're going to start week 1, because week 1 is basically building your list and making sure that you're starting up properly. But every single week we'll have one call specific to the 90-day action plan to guide you towards building your business and reaching your goals. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Yeah? See lots of thumbs up, lots of smiles. People are dreaming again, writing their goals, being excited. Awesome. Perfect. So with that, I know we're close to the top of the hour. Excuse me? Fantastic. So if you have anything else you'd like me to go over, I'll take a couple of questions, I guess, in the chat box, because we're so many people here. I don't want it to be chaos by me unmuting all of you. Or do they have the... They can't... Okay. Manage participants. Okay. Okay. I don't want to mess up the Zoom thing, but I don't want to unmute all of them, because that's going to be chaos. Okay, so I'll leave you a couple of seconds to write down your questions if you have any. But really, it's all about making sure that you go through that list yourself and do it on for everyone that you enroll. Now, some of you, most of you, have actually enrolled a couple of people already. Some of you have enrolled quite a few people. Would it be a smart idea to call them up and go through this interview with them, even though they're not brand new? That would be a very smart idea, Maxine, with the big thumbs up. Yes, it would be a very smart idea. As I said, take this as your day 1. You've done it. Now call up every single person. And if they are not on this call right now, they don't know what you're talking about. So say, hey, you know what? This is brand new. I should have done this with you on day 1. I'm sorry I didn't. I didn't have this tool. It didn't exist. Now I do. So let's go through this together, because I'm very interested and invested into your success. So I want to make sure I know exactly why you're doing this, and so that we can partner up and go in the same direction. I have a question here. Any tips for someone who hasn't been in the network marketing industry? Shall I read books, talk to people with experience, etc.? Well, one thing that I would start with right now is go on YouTube and look for Start With Why by Simon Sinek, S-I-N-E-K. Because if you do not have a strong reason why you're doing something, oh, look at that. Catherine has the book. Awesome. So you can read the book if you want to, but there's a very neat little video on YouTube that sort of summarizes this whole idea. And it's Simon who is given a talk. I think it's a TED talk on his book. And this whole new member interview is all about the reasons why. So I would definitely start with that. And then there's lots of good leaders that you have in your team currently that have experience in network marketing, and all through the different weeks we'll do calls and everything. So right now, Isagenix is built for the average person that knows nothing about network marketing, and the first step is to follow this new member interview. So Simon, I think it's Simon who asked the question. Don't worry, you're in a safe place. You're all good. You're not falling behind. We're all at step 1. So as long as you fill out this form, you're in the right place and you're not behind. So all good. And watch that YouTube video, Simon. Can you tell me if partners and kids can come to which event? You can invite your partners at any event, and kids, depending on how old they are. If they're 1 year old, I don't think it's a good idea to bring into an event, but that's really what events are really, really key. So you want to invite as many people as possible to any event. If the 90-day training is on Thursday, will it be recorded? All calls will be recorded. So with that said, it's already 10:02. So I want to make sure we respect everyone's time. So it was a pleasure to see all of you beautiful people tonight. Finish your new member interview personally. Send it to the appropriate people in your upline, and make sure you go through that exact same exercise with everyone that you personally enrolled, and go through the same process. I'm looking forward to see you again on the next call. And with that, this call is officially over. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.